Good.
What is happening, everybody? We are live. Let me mute my phone. Uh, oh God, it's all ruined. Let's see. All right, here we go. We are gonna be we're gonna be doing a one shot for you today from Candlekeep Mysteries, the new-ish D&D one shot series. In the book, there's 17 of these. They all take place at Candlekeep, the library in Forgotten Realms. Pretty established standard D&D lore. Essentially, Candlekeep is a for the people that are unfamiliar, for who haven't played Baldur's Gate. It's a giant castle library on like a craggy cliff face. You can actually see on the stream here. We got an overhead map of it. To gain entrance to Candlekeep, if you don't, live and work there, the fee is a book that they don't already have in the library. You have to pay a fee to get in. We won't worry about that with these characters, but that's essentially the thing. It's presided over by 9 archmages, and there is a assistant class called the Avowed that are essentially librarians as well. And so that's essentially what we need to know. We'll go around the table here and introduce everyone's characters, and then we'll get into it. We'll start with Chris. What's up? Who are you playing as, and do you like to party?
Hi, my name's Chris. I'm going to be playing as the Kobold Ranger Dick. Him and his friend McGruff the dog like to fight crime and solve mysteries, and we have fun. We like to party.
You and Turner and Hooch
Me?
get together.
we like to party. That's all.
You like to party. Pete, you playing as? Oop, you're muted. Maybe.
I am muted. That is correct. My bad. So I'm going to be playing as the Arakakra, known as John Filbert. John Filbert is a barbarian. He's an actor, and he is a method actor specifically, studying for his role in the movie featuring a history professor turned treasure hunter turned detective named Indiana Jones.
I love it. And that's why you've come to Candlekeep to research the role?
Yeah. He's researching a role currently.
Gotcha. My apologies. Did you say why Dick was here at Candlekeep, or did you just
to solve crimes and mysteries?
Oh, so he's just here.
He's just here. Hanging out. He parked his car here, and now he's here.
All right, Amber, who are you playing as, and why did you come to Candlekeep?
I'm playing as Perlock Holmes, investigator extraordinaire. He has earned his mysterious wealth from solving all kinds of fallacious feline cases, such as the cat's ire and
studying ginger cat.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, that was one of his. Mm-hmm.
The Hound of the Baskervilles still just works.
Yeah, that still works. Yeah, that one too. Absolutely.
Yeah, very good. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm playing. I would say that he does like the party. He probably maybe if Chris is up to it, partnered up with his group because he needs that unique sense of skills, even though he's not really a fan of dogs. They have their uses.
In canon, Sherlock Holmes is cokehead, so he likes to party for sure.
Oh yeah, he loves to party.
He loves to party. He loves it so much. All right, y'all. We are getting started once again. Candlekeep Mysteries. Check it out. It's very good. I've run 2 of these so far, including this one, and I've loved it a lot. So you all are you all have entered Candlekeep today, and you've whiled away most of the time since you've arrived at the castle, at the tavern that is part of Candlekeep. It's called the Hearth. It's in the Court of Air. You can see it on the map there. It is in that large courtyard right at the entranceway, and it is one of the buildings on the south wall. And so yeah, you spent your day. You whiled it away. You got maybe a little buzzed, and tomorrow, each of you starts your prospective research. But before that, you need to find a place to spend the night. You inquire about where you can do that, and discover that there is an inn next door, and they may be willing to take you. When you arrive, it's called the House of Rest. It's next door to the Hearth. You arrive at the House of Rest. The desk clerk says to you, "Hi, we've had a large influx of guests today, and unfortunately, we don't have any rooms available in the House of Rest proper. But we do have a solution for you. In the basement here is an extension of the library called the Firefly Cellar, where there is some extra rooms that you are." We're happy to let you use, and you are absolutely free to do so. Does that sound okay?
And we're all together, right?
Yes.
Okay. I look up at both of my comrades and I say, "Yeah, I think that's all right."
Perlock kind of scrunches his nose a little bit and goes, "And what are the states of these rooms?"
The scribes are handling a restoration project down there. So the work area, the library portion, is quite messy, but the rooms are well maintained, and there is a full-time caretaker on the premises who has already prepared your lodgings.
And he kind of smiles a little and he goes, "And the price?"
Gratis. Unfortunately, we do hate that we weren't able to accommodate you in the main inn. So it is on the house, as it were. House of Rest. That's where we are.
Lovely, lovely. And that includes the free bottle service, correct?
She just squints for a second and goes, "No."
He dips his head and he goes, "Fine," and he puts his pipe in his mouth.
All right. You all are led to a hatch just off of the reception area of the inn. There is a small storeroom, generally where they keep, the cleaning staff supplies, that kind of thing. And there's a large metal hatch with a lid that's open. There's a ladder leading down, and you are directed that way. You descend into the cellar. Chris, you can put up the first map, the one that kind of is like a star-shaped room, if you like.
Does it say which floor is it?
It's floor one.
Top floor?
Yeah, top floor.
Because that's what I marked them as. There we go.
There you go. All right. So you all come down the ladder. It echoes a little bit as you do. And you see standing on a ladder at a tall bookshelf, you see an older sun elf woman. She goes, "Edbert, are you back?" And then you hear from below, "I never left." And the voice grumbles at you from below. And the elf goes, "Oh!" And then she looks down and is surprised at your presence. And then she says, and kind of takes in the room around her. Visitors. I'm Scribe Varnier. Sorry for the state of things. As you see, the restoration project is a work in progress. I'll be with you shortly. and then she returns to her work. And then a moment later, she does like a Columbo. She turns around and goes, "Oh, actually, would you mind bringing that stack of books down there to Edinburgh? I'll meet you there." And then obviously she points to a pile of books and says, "Thank you," and then goes back to her work. You take the books.
Hey, big guy, pick up the books and can you bring them over there?
Yeah, I got you. I can do that.
So you can see, I'm going to describe this room before you move downstairs. Give me 1 second to get to the right page. The circular room contains curved dark wood bookcases packed with books of assorted shapes, sizes, and ages. Flowers and ceramic pots line the tops of the shelves, giving the area a sweet fragrance. Alcoves are spaced at regular intervals around the perimeter of the room. 4 of them contain polished bronze statues of bespectacled scholars. The 3 hold overstuffed chairs. And 3 hold overstuffed chairs. In the center of the room, a brass railing surrounds an overlook that gives a view of the lower level of the stacks. That's where you heard the voice coming from. That wasn't Varnir. Hanging from the ceiling, above the opening in the floor, is an enormous stone sculpture of an open book that looks as though the cover is flapping to keep it aloft. A spiral staircase to the east leads down, as well as up to the trapdoor exit set in the ceiling, where you enter. The occasional errant firefly flits about, which is as good a time as any to tell you that the only light source down here is from fireflies. They flit around, but mostly they are contained in large jars that are spaced at intervals. Give me an insight check.
All of us, or
Everybody who's here, if you want.
That's gonna be a 7.
A 3 for young John Filbert.
Gotcha.
that is gonna be a 16.
There you go. Perlock knows, perhaps on an insightful level, that the firefly jars are used in lieu of torches because books. They don't want to burn up the books. You all descend to the lower level. This area is called the stacks. All of this is the stacks, obviously. This whole giant.
Are we?
And in fact, you can put up the middle floor map if you'd like. The musty smell of old books hangs in the air here. Concentric rings of bookcases dominate the space, with a heavy granite table occupying the room's center. The table would be a circle, but for 6 semicircular gaps cut into it around its edge, creating space for 6 chairs. Small stacks of books rest on the table, along with a candle holder that contains firefly-filled jars. You see a man here. You assume this is Edbert. He's hunched over a book, and he says to you, "Actually, those are not for me. Varnir's a little, if you catch my drift. Those are actually for Cthulhu. You'll find her downstairs." And you can tell that he's kind of harried, like he looks very careworn and, sort of tired from his duty. He's a little hunchbacked from spending countless hours bending over books. And he goes, "Pleasure to meet you. Please keep your voices down. I just put my daughter to bed."
I think Perlock is gonna. So wait, like he's a hairy, like, what race is he?
Oh, harried. I just meant like.
Oh, I thought you said like he's super hairy. I was like, oh, well, cool, same, bro.
No, he's like annoyed. Is what
Oh, okay. He's a human though, right?
Human. He's like mid-30s.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if his baby was as hairy as him, but I guess not. I guess he doesn't have a hairy baby.
Absolutely. He says, "Cthulhu," and he looks at Perlock and he goes, "Cthulhu's actually a tabaxi as well. You'll meet her downstairs."
You see him look a little shocked, and he goes, "How did that work? How did that happen?"
"I'm sorry, Could you
Never
explain?
mind. Anyway, that's not the mystery I'm here to solve.
Perlock, that's not how it works. You can't have a cat and a human do the...
But you said it's his daughter, right?
No. I'm sorry. Cthulhu is not my daughter's name is Galeby. Cthulhu is another researcher here in the cellar.
Jesus Christ! I was like, oh, that's some
Yeah,
freaking
that was a
ancient.
bit confusing
No,
on my
I can
end
see
as
where
well.
That would be confusing, actually.
Have you ever seen a dwelf? They're fucking ugly, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't see much.
A cousin of mine had a bird cat, and that was a really strange situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Bird
Do
cat.
you want to say anything to Edber, or are you gonna continue your delivery to Cthulhu?
So I
What
do
is
have a
Ed-
question.
Okay.
So is it? I guess it's like a cylinder that we're in, right? So top floor, middle floor.
Yeah.
Then can
Yeah,
you
so it's like
see
a
up
vaulted-
and low? Can you see up and above and below?
The book statue that I mentioned suspended is above you. It's above the table that Edber's sitting at. The table you can see on the map is the center part of this map. You can see the balcony above. You can see Varnir is on a ladder on a bookshelf on the balcony.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was.
That's where she's working. You can see all the way up to the top.
Okay.
And it's probably 60 feet, maybe 100 feet, like at the top, like center of the room.
Okay.
So you're down here. You're below the castle for sure. You can see on the western wall is a stairwell leading down. You take that stairwell. You're still carrying that large stack of books, I assume. John is still carrying this.
Don't normally have to carry things, but I do all of my own stunts, so I'm kind of used to it.
You enter you go down the stairs and you enter a long hallway. It's cold here. A low barrel vaulted ceiling crowds the already narrow passage. Light from a firefly lamp that hangs on a hook in the wall is an inadequate illumination source for the entire space. It's hanging about halfway down. The hallway is, and you can actually put up the bottom floor map as well. Like, you can see that it's like 10, 20, 60. It's about 70 feet down this hallway, and it's mostly unilluminated except for one firefly jar about halfway down. As you pass other hooks, you can see that there are jars hanging from hooks every 10 feet or so on alternating sides of the passage. But besides the one that's giving off light, the rest of them have dead fireflies piled at the bottom of them. It seems maybe by lack of care. And in your experience so far, that's not really the case. In the stacks, it seems that the jars are well maintained. But for whatever reason, that's hallway there. At the end of the hallway, you reach a door. On the other side of the door is the kitchen for the people who live down here. A dirty skillet stands out among an otherwise immaculately clean kitchen, and the smell of bacon in the air hints at the skillet's former contents. A door in the southeast corner hangs open a crack. And, it's just a standard kitchen here. If you progress through there, you would have been told actually by Edber that Cthulhu's room, where you're making this delivery, is the second on the right. You enter a hallway that has 6 rooms on either side of the hallway, or 3 on either side of the hallway, 6 total, and then a 7th at the end. Cthulhu's is second on the right, and he also would have mentioned to you that Galeby's room, his daughter, is second on the left. So that is where you are. Your rooms are first on the left, and I believe last on the right. And his room is the other.
So we only have 2? We only have 2 rooms?
We have 2 rooms. So one of you is going to have to double up. Or one set of you is going to have to double up. What do you do?
Hey, so me and McGruff are gonna take this room, and you guys gonna figure it out. and I just immediately right into the closest room and
Sherlock goes, wait, what?
close the door.
You know, this is a good opportunity for me to really understand the intricacies of a detective, Perlock. Really an honor to be playing the role of once again Indiana Jones. I'm honored to share a room with you.
Yeah, cool, cool.
But these
I'm
books are
sure-
getting really heavy. I would love to just get rid of them.
Cthulhu's room is the second on the right.
Oh, right. My bad. Yeah, he opens the door for you. He's like, so,
Cthulhu opens the room. She's a tall, we'll say like Black Panther type tabaxi. She goes, yes. Oh, also, this room is furnished with a bed, wash basin, and writing desk. The desk has a tiny clockwork oyster resting on it. She goes, yes.
We were instructed to deliver these books.
do you need a coffee?
Thank you very much. Welcome. She motions the two of you into the room. Dick is sadly not present as he is squatting on the big room. Cthulhu offers you, take a seat. She has a couple chairs in her room. She goes, welcome. Thank you very much. You can set those there. She points to her desk.
What are the books that we picked up anyway?
They're mostly clerical texts. Druidic texts. She is a she says to you, I am researching local folklore, that kind of thing. I've been here for a few days. It's really quite an honor to study at the vaunted Candlekeep. Would you not agree?
I mean, I'm here for a reason. I don't really say it's. I don't really care about the honor of working here. I'm here to do a job and then go home.
That's very interesting. What job are you doing?
You know, the job, the reason we're here, to solve the mystery. And he looks like wistfully up and away. He really has no idea.
Well, the only mystery I know of here is the great mystery. The meaning of life.
Oh.
The research I've painstakingly collected over the past decade is my pride and joy.
You're one of those.
Anyway. Well, it's very nice to meet you. Would you like a nightcap of any kind?
I don't trust this Leggett. She talks too sneaky. I hate it.
Khajiit swears.
She's a cat person.
She's
a cat person.
Yeah, I don't understand this, lady. What kind of drinks are you offering?
Just, I don't know, like port. I got some wine. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm not that into you. You know, it's not you, it's me. Like, really, I just,
Okay, I mean, we're the only tabaxi here, but.
Well, it's just, I don't like to be put in a box, okay? I don't like to be put in a box.
Actually, me either. It's my biggest thing. I hate it.
Yeah. I'm more than my race. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of mean literally, I'm kind of claustrophobic. It's crazy that they put me down here for being honest.
Did I roll a perception check on the wine that she's offering?
Yeah, go ahead.
See if I know if it's wine. I mean, my perception's trash, but
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I rolled pretty okay. 16.
Yeah, no, it's just wine. Pretty good
Okay.
wine too. Yeah, you don't have to hang out with him if you don't want. You can fucking leave. I don't give a shit.
I'll definitely take one of those nightcaps there.
Yeah. She goes, this one likes to party, just like you said at the beginning of the stream. And then she pours you a glass of wine. She pours for herself one. She clinks glasses with you and downs it pretty quick.
Ranger Dick hears this from the other room. The glass is clinking and is like, I like to potty.
Do you go see what the commotion's about?
Yeah.
Oh, look, another newcomer. Would you like some wine?
Yep.
Good freaking wine. It's really good.
Hey.
I come from show business. This is some good shit.
Let me get some of that wine.
Before
this
Perlock takes a
one
drink,
likes to party. And she looks a little too long at Perlock, like, this one likes to party. Pours another glass.
Okay, well, you didn't have to do that. I mean, I actually saw that. I mean, let's not be a dick here, all right?
Like, it just seems like I was very courteous. You know what? Never mind. It's a small cellar. It's a small cellar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right.
You know
You're
what?
right. Being passive aggressive, it was me. It was definitely me.
It's at this point that Varnir, the Sun Elf, comes that you met when you first came down. She knocks on the door frame. She goes, hello. My apologies for making you wait. Welcome to the Firefly Cellar. Is there anything I can help you all with before you turn in for the evening?
Yeah, come party with us.
Varnir goes, I would, but I'm a sun elf and it's very dark. So I'm sleepy.
Can I persuade you otherwise?
Listen, man, you're only a sun elf until you party when the sun comes up, right? I mean,
that's probably true. I live in a cellar, though. So, it's mostly
that's where they store this shit.
It's a
fucking
bad
party.
It was a bad excuse. I'm just tired. You saw that work out there? It was, for your information, the stacks is like very messy. They're doing a large restoration project on all books. And in fact, she says, we're a couple of years into this restoration project. It's really been neglected for like centuries down here. And, it really takes a toll. The work is a long work day. So I will be turning in. Good night. I will see you in the morning. And she kind of whisks off to her room. Cthulhu goes, Varnir means well.
Perlock is like, what a tightwad.
Cthulhu goes, more for me, and pours another glass of wine. And finally, you hear a little rattle come down the hallway. Chris, you can put up the image of the Kinku if you like. That is the caretaker, Crinkle, comes. I'm assuming everybody who's playing is familiar, but for the benefit of the stream, Kinku don't have the power of speech naturally, but they're master mimics. And this Kinku opens its mouth and it starts to speak, but every word feels like it's recorded from someone else and used in this context through mimicry. And I'm going to do my best on this. But essentially, she goes, hello, my name is Crinkle. Welcome to the Firefly Cellar. While you're here, I will be your caretaker. Is there anything I can help you with? And
You see,
each word is someone else's voice that they are mimicking and using for their own benefit.
Perlock's eyes go wide and they start to dilate, and he kind of crouches down a little and licks his lips. And I don't know if you guys, those of you who've had cats, have seen what a cat making geck noises is when they see a bird. Yeah, he's at the bird, and he's just kind of pacing wildly, and in between he's like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you," Oh, hey.
Katsuma also is doing the same thing and has to get over it as well. And then Crinkle goes, seems a little rude.
My apologies. I don't mean anything by it. That was entirely rude. It's nice to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and he bows deeply, but still like kind of like looking savorously at the bird.
Crinkle kind of looks back and forth between you and Cthulhu and goes, I prefer to be left alone unless you have specific needs of me.
He's like, okay, cool. It's fine, and I take a couple steps back.
Herlock has insulted 2 out of the 4 people in this fucking cellar. Crinkle,
I don't think he needs to.
Crinkle nods to each of you in turn and backs out of the room. She turns left and goes to the end of the hallway to the room that terminates at the end of the hallway, and disappears behind it. So yeah, that is how things stand when you arrive. Is there anything you all would like to do before you turn in for the evening?
Not
So-
particularly.
I'll take another glass of that wine.
Cthulhu's like, this one right here, he knows how to party, and pours I guess a second glass of wine.
Thank you very much, Cthulhu. I appreciate it.
He looks at Cthulhu and goes, so, yeah, that bird guy is weird. Oh my god, I almost turned into my Cypress character for a second. Hey there. That bird guy's weird.
Yeah. Cthulhu just goes, she likes to be left alone.
Yeah, that's not really that comforting, like I don't know many people who are like, just leave me alone by myself forever. If he likes to be left alone so much, how is he able to talk this frequently? Whose voice is that? Do I recognize which voice that is? Most of them?
It's a lot of different voices. You can't really tell. They don't all sound human, for instance, right? Like some of them kind of are like more Scottishy, like dwarves, for instance, or you know what I mean. So it's from like a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Sprinkle
That's
has,
really upsetting.
Sprinkle has been the caretaker for a long time. You would have noticed that she is like balding, basically. Like there's feathers are coming off of her face and stuff like that. So you can just assume, even without a roll, you can assume that she's been here for a long time, and that anyone who kind of
He's met a
rolled,
lot of people.
yeah. So anyone who's rolled through Candlekeep and spoken with Crinkle, that voice is going right in there.
Makes sense.
Oh
no.
So she just reappropriates words, and that's how she speaks. Cool. For the sake of expediency, we'll say that you guys turn in.
Sorry, one second.
I was also going to say, can we just take a quick second so I can run and grab the dog, and then
for sure.
be right back?
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, I'm going to mute everything, and we'll be right back.
All right, everybody, we are back. You spend a pretty restful night in the Firefly Cellar, all things considered. Um, and you wake up on the next day. Um, you gather around a table in the center of the collection's main floor. Um, it's quiet until you notice your companions are humming a melody under their breath. Uh, it's the same tune, in fact. It's been stuck in your head since you woke up, each of you. After a moment, you realize that you are humming along as well. Kind of a like. And everyone's doing so everyone is humming this song, and you feel like you know it, but you don't. You know what I mean? Like something in you is telling you that you know this song, but you can't remember where from.
I hate earworms.
Are there words, or it's just gonna?
You just hear this tune. You're all humming this tune under your breath, and eventually, Edbur um, goes, would you cut that out? And he has to like physically like bridle it down himself before he even says that to you.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He peed after I just took him out. I love it.
Well, I don't really want to continue while he's not there. So we'll take a break real quick. How's everybody feeling? Are you wondering what's up with the tune?
Most definitely. I sure am.
And I've done my job. Anyway. I wish he'd put up the away screen. Is what it is. What have y'all been doing this week?
Getting things ready to start grad school this
Oh, nice.
this fall. Yeah.
That's cool. What are you going back for?
Biochem stuff.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think it was a territory thing because he hasn't been in this room before, but because he literally just peed outside. So I don't know. Continue. We have earworms.
Yeah, you all got earworms. You're all humming the same tune. Moments later, you all hear a giant clang, and then several locks engaging one after the other, and then you hear steps on the ladder coming down the hatch, and you see Varnir descend from the ladder and come to the balcony. You all are sitting in the lower level of the stacks.
Is she in a rush, or?
She looks disheveled a little bit, but is holding it together. And she takes a second to steady herself and collects her breath. And then she looks at each of you in turn and then says, when I first arrived at Candlekeep, the Avowed were concerned about a singing madness. And she takes a deep breath and she says, a book merchant had been afflicted with it and was put in isolation after several Avowed began singing the song as well. And then, like a deep frown cracks her face. I don't know what happened to him or the others. That was 600 years ago. I've alerted the Avowed and sealed the exit to stop whatever this is from spreading. I'm very deeply, truly sorry, and I hope you agree with me that this was a necessary evil.
I look to my left and to my right and say, Yeah, I get it. I get it.
She's humming herself, by the way, as well. She had to again visibly suppress it before she spoke.
You know, it's now I'm in here and I have Tainted Love stuck in my head. It's insane. The worst song.
She cracks a small smile and then goes, "Well, you solve mysteries, don't you? It seems that there's one that needs solving."
I didn't know we
That's
changed the set for MBM Jolms, but I'm happy to start filming immediately. Thank you.
I'm sorry, filming?
Yeah, that's what I'm an actor. I didn't realize we were gonna do an actual mystery here, but let's start filming, I guess.
I'm sorry, what is film?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a movie star, movie actor.
Movie?
Yeah. I'm realizing now that I've not taken into consideration the limitations of a fantastical realm, and I'll shut up now.
I'm sorry, but I understand actor. Like I get that part.
Yeah.
Well, what is it doesn't matter. There's like pressing things. Anyway, I do apologize. Um how do we proceed?
Well, first we gotta find some clues, and then we find the killer, and we call it a day. You know.
Wait, there's a killer?
Yeah, you know, there's got to be a killer.
Oh yeah, there is always a killer.
There, in my movie, there is also a killer, so I would imagine there's always a killer.
Goes, that seems to be the right place to start.
Well, where did this originate from? Do you know?
I have no idea, and I can't really speculate on it. It happened this morning, and
What time? Where? Just everyone in the keep started, you know,
everyone
singing.
Everyone down here, at least.
Well, I mean, I do feel I've got to run away. I've got to. Damn it! I mean, it started down here. Well, I guess we'll look around.
Do we know who Patient Zero is?
All of us are singing.
All of us. Oh.
Does this seem magical?
So Varnir is here. Cthulhu is here. She seems pretty anxious. Edbur is here as well. Crinkle and Edbur's daughter Gelby are not. Would you like to speak with anyone in this room?
Is Crinkle doing singing? Are they doing singing?
Crinkle's not in the room, so you don't know.
Oh,
But probably though, everybody else is.
Okay. Well, maybe we should search out Crinkle, since he's the only one we can't see that is, you know, everyone else is singing. So.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
Okay.
You all, you know that Crinkle's not in the stack, so you head down to the bottom floor, and you find Crinkle in the kitchen preparing breakfast, and she is likewise whistling the same melody that you all are, absent-mindedly. And she looks over her shoulder when you open the door, and then looks back to her duties and doesn't say anything. Continues to hum.
So, hey there. How's it hanging?
What's cooking good looking?
Crinkle continues to hum, looks at you kind of quizzically, and then takes a second and stops humming and goes, "I am preparing breakfast."
You're what? Could you repeat that?
I am preparing breakfast.
Is Crinkle singing?
Yes.
Okay.
Crinkle's the Kenku, right?
What?
Crinkle's the Kenku, right?
Yes.
What are you making?
Sausage.
What kind
are
of,
they
what kind
making
of
sausage?
sausage
What
are you
kind?
making?
What kind of sausage?
Spicy chorizo.
That's actually my favorite.
Then you will be pleased.
Is it sausage? Are they making sausage?
Yes.
Okay. So what if I just ate it now? Would that be? Is it cooked?
Yeah, it will be in like 5 minutes. Have a seat.
All right. I mean, I'm hungry. Can we investigate while we eat? Can we do that? Yeah.
Eat on the
I'm
go. We do it in the city all the
investigate?
time.
What do you need? Investigate.
Sherlock sits down, puts some tobacco into his pipe, or not tobacco, sorry, catnip into his pipe,
Very good.
and flicks it open and puffs. And he goes, "You been singing a song there, Birdie?"
Crinkle looks at you and then back at the sausage cooking in the skillet, and then back at you, and then seems to notice for the first time that she is humming and that all of you are as well, and goes, "It seems I am strange, quite strange.
When did you start?
I just noticed it at present."
Hmm. Can I?
Sherlock is gonna lean over to oh, sorry, Pete, I forgot your character's name.
John.
Is John
John.
Philbin?
Oh yeah, you see that's how you do that shit. That's how you grill it. And like pointing over at Ranger Dick.
He's like, he takes out a pen and paper, starts writing. I was like, ah, yes, of course, of course. I'll try. Who did you interact with yesterday?
Just you.
Okay, bitch. You don't have to like point fingers or anything. I mean, you know.
I don't have fingers.
Okay, that's there we go.
Oh, don't be pointing your feathers then.
Crinkle seems to be getting more and more agitated. Give me an insight check, everyone who's playing with all of you.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm
16.
sure it's either this barrage of questioning or who knows. Okay. Oh, it's still not great.
That's gonna be an 11.
Ooh. I did a 14.
Okay.
And 16 for me.
Ooh, nice.
John's the only one that picks up on this. Either Crinkle doesn't know anything, or Crinkle's a phenomenal liar, and you don't know which. Crinkle finishes frying the sausage, plates it, and then goes, "Breakfast is served," and she drops the plate from like 3 inches so it clatters but doesn't break the plate, and goes, "Good morning," and then walks out the door back towards her room.
And Perlock looks back at the other guys and goes, "Do you mind if I follow them a little?"
I don't think they either know everything or know nothing, and I don't think they know everything. So maybe we move on to another person.
They either know nothing or everything, and I don't think they know anything.
So Perlock is like, he's like, "Well, they might know everything though, and I'm all about that everything."
Yeah. You want to follow?
Yeah. Oh, I'll follow them. Follow them.
She shuffles down the hallway
But like
towards the room.
stealthily.
At
I
the very
want to
end of the
sneak.
hallway.
I want to
And
be
then-
sneaky.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
roll me
because
a-
I don't want them to see me, you know.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
Ooh, baby. That is a 24.
Sheesh.
You are like the water. You come down the hallway. You keep to small shadows here and there, kind of pressed to the wall. You see Crinkle go down the hallway, and open the door at the end. You know this is her room. Give me a perception check.
Okay. All right.
In the meantime, Dick is eating those sausages. Dick
Oh,
and
yeah.
McGruff.
And so is John. John is also taking a snack.
Johnny
You're-
Two Toes.
You're cutting the sausage. You're humming around it as you chew. You're still humming.
Hey, Johnny Two Toes. This is how you eat. You got to eat and be strong to do what you need to do to finish a mystery. You know.
Yeah, I'm still a person. Like I know I need to eat.
Well, you know, I don't know. Sometimes with you guys, you act types. I don't know.
Did you roll a perception check, Amber?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just listening to them talk. 17.
You catch a glimpse, like Crinkle, like slides in the door. She doesn't like open it fully. While it's open and kind of like around her body, you catch a glimpse of a hammock, probably like slung like across the center of the room, and there's a weird glow coming from the room. At first, you have like a bad feeling about it, but then you realize it's kind of the same quality of light as the rest of the fireflies down here that illuminate the space. It just seems that there's a large concentration of them, and that the color's a little more yellow than orange. So it's just like a slightly different tone. And that's really all you catch before the door closes. You hear the lock engage.
So she have like we know who her boss is. Her boss, that sun elf.
She's the caretaker of the place. So really, she's kind of the boss. She's like keeps everything up. The Varnir, the elf, is in charge of the restoration project of the stacks, but it's really more of a resident, whereas Crinkle is the caretaker of the place.
All right, I go back and I relay that information to my party.
I will say too, in regards to the glow, you do know that she is the caretaker of the fireflies as well. That's part of her job.
Yeah, so that's probably like her embedded magic, I would think.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, that's where you are. You all know also the only other people, or the only other person down here right now is Galeby, Edward's daughter.
Okay. Hey, quick question. Because we did cut off before we went to sleep last night, I wanted to cast Find Familiar. Can I retroactively do that, or do I have to take 10 minutes to do it?
No, for sure, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Would you like to do something with the familiar?
I would. I would like to take my little mouse familiar, and I'd like him to sneak underneath the door and see if he sees her doing anything.
Can you see? I don't know how it works. Can you see, or do they have to report?
I can see.
And
here. See and here. But I'm blind. I personally am blind. My senses are blind.
Okay, so I'll assume you go back to the kitchen with the other two and sit at the table while this is happening, so you don't just like fall unconscious in the middle of the hallway.
No, I definitely want to get to a place where I don't feel like exposed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you go back to the kitchen, or you can go to the bedroom that you've been allotted down here as well. Either way.
I'd probably leave my mouse there and like be like, keep watch. I'm gonna, like go back to the other crew, and then I look through the eyes when I got there.
So you send the mouse directly under the door right now?
Yeah.
Okay. The mouse kind of like salutes you and goes, "You got it," and it runs. And it runs and it like dives, and then it's like big ass gets stuck under the door, and you see it like kind of scrabble its legs, and then it shoots through the other side. It's not super graceful, but your familiar is through. This room is crawling with wingless larval fireflies. Hundreds of these tiny glowworms cling to every surface, shedding light throughout. A canvas hammock hangs between two pillars near the center of the room. An engraving of a goat wearing a crown leans against the north wall. Crinkle is just on the hammock, reading a book.
Are they humming?
Yes.
Okay. And the engraving on the wall was a goat with a
Wearing a crown.
wearing crown.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look like it's is that like a bit of the masonry like that's been there like it's like
No.
or does that
It's
look like
it's been added to the room.
it's been added to the room?
Yeah, could be art, could be something else. You don't know. You can
Does it
give
look
me maybe a history
religious
check,
or
or yeah, like history check maybe, or Arcana. Whatever you're good at.
I'll do Arcana because that goes more with my character. My history is better, but I'll go with Arcana for that because that makes more sense.
Okay. Cool.
16.
You can tell that it's not magical, that it's just art. It may be a little amateurish. Perhaps she did it herself. But yeah, it's nothing magical about it.
I head back.
Okay. The mouse squeezes back under the door. Hasn't been
As
noticed.
soon as he's about to, I go, you stay there. And I'm like, I'll call you back when I need you, but keep an eye out, okay?
Can you like just walk around if the mouse is like?
Yeah.
You have to like. What do you have to do to like tap into what it's seeing?
I use a action, I think.
And you have to be within 100 feet. 100 feet.
Oh yeah, I have to be within 100 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely can't look if you're on the upper level of the stacks.
But I can snap it back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At any place. So if I wanted to get info, I could snap it back to my area.
Cool.
I think.
All right. So yeah,
the
only other person you know that's downstairs right now is Galeby. If you'd like to talk to her.
Oh well, it's gonna take me a minute to get back, I'm sure. So I'm sure these dudes will have some time before I get back.
You don't want to talk to Galeby?
Oh yeah.
You approach Galeby's room. You haven't met her yet. She was asleep when you arrived at the cellar last night. And her door's open. You look in. You can see a child's room. Toys are scattered on an unmade bed, and piles of clothes obscure all but a few bare patches of the floorboards. Above a writing desk in the corner dangles a dragon marionette made from brass and wood, with wings of canvas dyed red. A round firefly lamp hangs in the opposite corner. You see a little girl here. She is playing. She's got like she kind of looks like Edberg upstairs, except she's got a mop of curly black hair. And she's about 8 years old, give or take. And she's playing with 3 dolls. You can see one of them is an elf, one of them is a human, and one of them is a dwarf. And she goes, "Hello, who are you?"
Hey, Johnny, this is what you do. I kind of pull him aside. This is what you do. You gotta yell at the kid, and because kids know everything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you take this one. You got it.
I got this. Why did you do it?
Do it.
Why are we humming? Why'd you make us hum? I don't appreciate.
She's also humming. She's also humming, by the way. And she goes,
Why?
I don't understand.
Johnny, why are you yelling, Johnny? Oh man. Hey,
She looks
kid.
at Dick and goes,
Kid, hey. Oh, it's okay. Why are you humming? Why are you humming?
I'm not humming. You're humming.
Oh.
And she's humming. She is humming. But she
Okay.
says she's...
What are you doing in here?
I'm just playing with my Taco and Magnus and Merle dolls.
Fuck off.
He goes, this one's Magnus. He says he rushes in.
Oh, Magnus Burnsides. I know him.
Oh, you know Magnus Burnside?
I know him. We've
She
been on
brightens up.
adventures before.
She goes, if you know him, what was his wife's name?
Jules. Julia Gulia.
She squints a little bit and then like nods and goes, you're legit. John, give me a perception check real quick while
You
Dick is
got
talking
it.
to Galeby.
Oh wow, I'm actually rolling really well tonight. That's fantastic. 15, I think. Yeah.
You, while Galby's distracted, kind of look around the room. You see that she's got a small writing desk, and on top of it are a few hand-drawn pictures, in the style of a child, which kind of makes them all the more unsettling. One of the images shows a man whose feet have been severed. Blood pours from the ankles and from the severed feet next to him. Another shows a boy underwater grasping at his throat. And the last one shows a dog with a severed hand in its mouth. A black cloud hangs over each scene.
Okay.
Meanwhile, she's talking to Dick and goes, yeah, but see, my dad made this dragon. He's very cool. Look at him. He's over there. He flies like this. And, and she
wow.
flaps the wing of the dragon. And then she goes, hey, you want to jump on my bed?
And we're probably the same height because Dick's a kobold. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, then yeah. So anyway, we won't break it because you're a small guy. And then she looks at John. She goes, he'll break it though.
Yeah, he's a meanie anyway. So you know.
He
it's
is
okay.
a meanie.
Let me jump on the bed, kid. John jumps on the bed as well.
And while he's...
trying to process the thing he saw.
After a while, you're going to bring it up directly to her? Or just
Yeah.
Okay. After a while, she gets tired of that and goes back to other toys, and is kind of just doing her own thing. In that kind of way where kids are like, well, you're here and you're going to just keep being here, but like, I got stuff to do. And starts playing again.
So what's all that about? Pointing at the thing he saw.
My drawings?
Yeah, those.
And she at first is like, and then she goes, and she shuts it down, and it's just like tears well up in her eyes, and then she just runs to the bed and curls up under the covers and is like completely not visible.
Is the bed broken because I jumped on it, or?
It's not. She's not a civil engineer. She doesn't know how strong beds are.
Gotcha.
She's just covered. She's huddled up under the covers, and doesn't answer your question.
Okay.
At this point, have I seen the paintings and drawings and whatever?
Have you shown them to Dick?
I just pointed at him, so maybe he saw him when I pointed at them. Like, so yeah, right?
What do you say, Dick?
What's the girl's name again? Studio Ghibli?
Studio Ghibli. Her name is Studio Ghibli, yes. Galeby.
Galeby. Little Galeby. Little Galeby. What are you doing drawing these paintings, drawing these things?
You see her turn over, and faces the wall. She's still under the cover. She doesn't answer.
Come on, we're friends, you know. Taco from TV, you and me hanging out.
She goes, Taco Tuesday, And then she kind of pokes out from under the cover and she goes, I won't tell you I can't.
You can't? Are you sure?
I can't.
Can you write it? Can you write it out to me?
She squints at you for a second, and then she slides out from under the covers. And she, good God, this cat, good God. She slides out from under the covers and goes to the writing desk, and she picks up a, God damn it, get out of here. She picks up a crayon, and she takes a fresh sheet of paper, and she writes in like very unsure hand, like backwards R type shit. She writes the word Shemshine.
Shemshine?
Shemshine. SHEM. Sorry, one second. SHEMSHIME. Shemshine. And then she goes back under the covers.
Okay. Shemshine. Okay, little Miss whatever the fuck your name is. Okay.
As soon as you read that word, a shrill sound tears through the cellar, overpowering all other noise. Though it rapidly rises to an uncanny pitch, you recognize Edbur's voice from the direction of the stacks. You see Galeby recognize it as well, and she shoots out of the room towards the stacks.
I follow. I say, John, come on.
You got it.
You in the hallway leading back up to the stacks, you pass Cthulhu going the other way, and she's rushing back to her room.
Where are you going?
Trapped like a rat in here. I hate it down here. I can't believe I'm and she doesn't really talk to you. She just like runs the other way. You'll recall that she was claustrophobic.
Mm-hmm.
That may be what we're doing. But you arrive back in the stacks, and Edbur's eyes are bulging in terror. He's humming the rhyme melody, and the rest of his body is paralyzed. He's cold to the touch, and he's cold to the touch, and sorry, good God, lost my place. He used to sing the rhyme over and over again for 5 full minutes. Galeby obviously runs to the room. She's like at her dad's side. She's like screaming and crying, and he's like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with my daddy?" And you see now that Crinkle has also followed you up the stairs and is trying to console the little girl as well. But that is what you discover. You see Varnir is still here. You see that everyone except for Cthulhu is here, and Cthulhu was, when you passed her, very obviously freaked out.
Are we all still humming?
Yes, everyone is still humming. Everyone has been humming the entire time. Somebody roll a d6 for me.
Who?
Oh yeah. Who's rolling a d6?
Just
Whoever.
somebody.
I feel like I've been talking for a minute, so you guys can.
I'll roll it. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. 6.
Okay. All right. John and Dick, give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh God. Okay. 5.
You said
Wow.
wisdom?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm good at that. 18.
Dick feels a pinprick of agony, like a migraine coming on, and it presses down on him for 10 seconds, and then dissipates. It kind of takes your breath away. Very painful. You look, both of you, because I assume that Perlock is now with us as well. Both of you look at John, and John gasps and then falls to one knee, cradling his forehead. Take 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then you rise up and unsheath your weapon, and you need to make a melee attack against Perlock.
Okay. Okay. So I have a quarterstaff as my like main melee weapon. Am I using it with one hand or two at this moment?
I would say 2.
Okay. 10 to hit.
Does that hit? Perlock? You're muted.
I'm sorry. 10?
Yeah.
10.
10 does not hit. No. Sorry, I didn't
Okay,
know I
good.
was muted.
How do you block this attack?
It's with
It's
how
with
do
the
I block
quarter. I'm swinging a quarterstaff that I've been using as a cane this whole time as like a prop at you, and I missed.
Okay. Perlock has his hands behind his back, cuffed behind his back, and he just does a little like turn in place to dodge it. He goes, "Ha, good show, boy, good show." Wait, who was that? Oh my god.
um, Perlock, you see John come back to his senses. You see like a spark behind his eyes, and you're fully back in control, John. But for a moment, something held you in contempt. Something
Whoa.
insidious.
Perlock looks at him. He's like, "You all right?"
You know, just getting into the role, of course. Just getting into the role. I think.
I do I believe him? Like clearly I don't, right?
Roll a insight.
Johnny Fourfeathers, what are you doing?
He's taking swings, man. Taking swings.
No one has given me a script yet, so I'm kind of just winging it, I guess. Not
13.
really sure.
Pretty average.
Yeah, he seems spooked for sure. His words don't say it, but his body does.
So
That's called acting.
John,
so
I know.
Perlock shares the information he knows from the bird person.
And I share what we learned with the pictures and everything.
So wait. You how? So you read a word on a piece of paper.
I
then
read the word Shemshine, and
when you say the word Shemshine, Varnir goes Shemshine.
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 Shemshine?
Shemshine.
Shine?
Shime.
I think it's shown.
How
She
many?
says,
If we say it enough times, can we do something cool?
she says, "Come with me, please."
Don't know about that.
The second she says that,
Let me get that inside check and see what we're about.
Okay.
Is it like I guess
Come with me,
malicious?
please.
Does she maliciously want us to go with a 16?
No, she has something she genuinely wants to show you.
Oh, okay.
It will be prescient to the case.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
All right,
Varnir
let's go with Shemshine over here.
Her name's Varnir.
Wait, that's not your name? I thought your name was Shemshine.
My name's Varnir. You just heard the word Shemshine. You met me last night.
I mean, you said Shemshine. I thought you were like making an exclamation like a Pokemon or something.
What's a
Shemshine,
Pokemon?
I choose you.
Right, exactly, right?
The Pokemon
Sorry,
a fell beast device twin dare?
Yeah, kinda.
kinda, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I've never heard of them. I'm not really a scholar of natural history.
They don't know movies either. Woof, this place.
All right,
I
let's go with
know.
Vana.
She leads you to a room on the south wall. If you can put up the middle floor map real quick. She leads you to the room. She leads you to F5, which is on the southern wall. She kind of is like rapidly speaking to you over her shoulder as she walks towards the room. She goes, "Well, this is the bindery I'm taking you to, and I think that you may have stumbled upon something rather important." She opens the door onto this room. Leather bits, wood shavings, and paper scraps litter the floor near a large workbench. Tools and contraptions are organized neatly around a handful of books in different states of disrepair. Stools surround the bench, one of which has a leather apron draped over it. Varnier goes, "This is where we repair books." And she's kind of like, she's speaking so fast that she's kind of like stumbling over words a little bit. I worked on several books yesterday. And she runs to the desk, and she picks up a ledger book, and she shoves it into Dick's hands, and goes, "Look there, look." And you see 4 book titles listed. Each one says repairs needed beside the entry. The books are Festivals and Festivities of Ancient Cormyr, replace cover. Living a Dream, 3 Years Among the Stone Giants, replace cover. And then you see Halfling Superstitions, rebind. And then finally, at the end, you see Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, repair spine. Give me a perception check, everybody.
5.
You don't know nothing.
That's
What's my motivation?
That's gonna be a 23.
That's gonna be an 8 for me, so.
Both of your eyes linger over the desk, and you see the other 3 books are there. Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme is not. And Varnier notices it just as you do and goes, "Well, that's rather concerning."
Who else has access to this room?
"Well, everyone down here does.
Hmm.
It's my workspace, but we're all scribes or avowed or... Well, I suppose Cthulhu would have access. Crinkle certainly does. Gilby wouldn't be interested at all. Cthulhu, like you, is just a visiting researcher."
Perlock looks over at Dick and goes, how did the kid find out about this?
I don't know. All she said was Shemshine. That's it.
Well, she didn't exactly say it.
Oh, that's
She
true.
wrote it
That's
out.
true. She didn't say it. She wrote it. That's very
I mean,
true.
she's a kid, right? How old is she?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know human age.
She's
Yeah,
like
it's
8
complicated.
Um,
Well, I mean, I guess we can. I mean, it seems to me that she knows where it is, because how else would she have heard the word, right?
just as you make that point, the tune continues to tug at each of your minds, willing you to intone its sequence of notes. The notes take on the shapes of words you're certain you've never heard, but are somehow familiar to you. And then you become aware that the song is not only in your head. Somewhere nearby, a deep and melodic voice is singing the words. Chris, you can go ahead and play that audio file. I'm going to, and I'm going to send you the lyrics so that you can put them up on screen as well.
Okay.
Ooh, there's lyrics.
Yes.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna run this dog out real quick, and we'll be right back.
All right. Are we back live?
We are back live. Yep.
Hello. So yeah, you need to play the audio file as well. This is the song that you all hear. You hear the song from across the stacks.
Image.
And the lyrics are up on the screen, I believe, or they will be.
Here, I'll put it in here. Make it a little bit easier. All right, and here we go.
Can you turn up a little?
See our mother tithing wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. Does the shadow have a name? Shimshine, Shimshine. 'Cause his grief avoids the blame. Shimshine, Shimshine. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command.
This is terrifying.
Gave it a tasty meal. Dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shimshine, Shimshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shimshine, Shimshine. See a son doing his chore, washing clothes for the folk in town. Fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shimshine, Shimshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shimshine, Shimshine.
All right, is that it? I think it is. So that is what you all hear. Everybody's muted, I believe.
That was
Can I-
fucking awful.
Yeah.
Can I
right?
just say that's a bedtime story? I mean, the Brothers Grimm, yeah, but like, what the fuck, man?
It's 600 years old, also. But
Yeah.
this is what you hear from coming across the stacks.
Did you sing that, Nick? Because it sounded
No.
like you.
It's not me. It's just some weird British guy, which I guess is, I was born in the wrong country. Anyway, so, yeah, and it's fun. You should have seen the gifs my other group were sending in our group chat when I played that for them. They were like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, big old hard pass.
Yeah, big old hard pass. So those are the lyrics as well, if you want to read them. But that is what you hear.
Again, no, I don't. I would have put it in the back of my mind. However,
You
Perlock is.
You hear it coming from across the stacks, like I said. Give me a perception check. See if you can tell from there.
Okay.
Ooh, 17 plus. You said perception?
Yes.
Plus 5, so 20. I don't know how math works. 22.
It's directly across the bottom floor. You can see that there's another room on the other side. Varnier, who's still with you, goes, the scriptorium. It's this way. And she's like very visibly shaken by all this as well. Clearly, it's a creepy fucking song. You all dash across the stacks. You go past Edbert, who's still kind of laid up after his outburst from a little bit ago. Galeby's still by his side. Crinkle has left. She's no longer here. Cthulhu's not here either. and you kind of slam the door open into F3. You can put the middle floor map back up if you like.
Yep. Middle floor's
or
up.
up. The floor, the song repeats. Like it continues to sing the entire time.
So I have a quick question.
Okay.
Would we? So what's the Kenku's name again?
Crinkle.
Crinkle. Have we heard this voice come from Crinkle?
No.
No. Okay.
You open onto the scriptorium. All around, fireflies float lazily about like embers caught in the air. 3 writing desks sit against the north wall, and a sheepskin rug beneath each one. On one of the desks rests a book beside a stack of paper, along with a stoppered ink jar and a porcupine quill pen. Another desk has a leather case on it. A moldering tapestry hangs off-center on the west wall. To the southeast, a wood-paneled wall with a closed door set into it. A weak yellow glow emanates from under this door. And you can tell immediately that the song is coming from that door. It's not in this room. It's coming from F4, if you're looking at the map.
I look at both of them. So, yeah, that's fucking creepy, am I right?
I mean, yeah. The song, though, can you put the lyrics back up again?
Yeah. So it's just the lyrics. But so it's see a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near, with ease swing. Oh, with one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame, Shemshime.
So,
etc.
So, Shemshine, that's like a person or a spirit, right?
Babadook.
That's what Perlock is guessing. It's probably a spirit or really, dog. Every time.
The song is still continuing as you have this.
Is it getting louder?
Actually, John and Dick, give me I don't know, perception maybe checks.
3.
19.
You recognize that the drawings are directly things that are described in the lyrics of the song.
Oh yeah.
Do I as well with a 3?
You don't. Dick maybe needs to explain it to you.
So John,
Dick, what's going on? I'm over my head, man. I didn't know this was a horror movie. The directors really have gone downhill.
Johnny.
Well, I mean,
Johnny. Come on, man. You should be able to put 2 and 2 together to get 5, right? The girl drew the pictures, and we're listening to the song that she drew the pictures from.
I mean, it's Shemshine is a person, right?
It's math, Johnny. It's math.
Okay, I got it. 2 + 2 = 5. Got it.
The song continues.
That's incredibly wrong. I'm sure.
What was that, Nick?
The song continues to emanate from the wooden door.
Is it like getting louder or anything?
No, but it is the same. It is the same timbre over and over and over again.
Okay. Perlock goes, if we go in there, it's gonna be something different.
I'm following you. I'm not doing this.
Man, Shemshine, does a shadow have a name? It's got to be a person or someone that used to be a person. But you remember, Johnny took a swing at me, right?
Uh-huh.
Like the mother took a swing at the wheat and at her husband's feet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm playing Shemshime?
I think Shemshine's playing you, bud. I think Shemshine's playing
I'm
you.
Indiana Jones. I thought
Johnny has a one-track mind.
Nah, man. Shemshine is Indiana Jones.
Shemshime is Indiana Jones, that bastard. And then he
stole
busts
your
into the
part, man.
room.
He stole your part. Snaked
tries
it
to-
right from under you. He was your understudy, and then he cut your Achilles.
Varnir goes, I'm sorry, could we please move this along?
in his anger and frustration with the situation that his role has been taken from him, John tries to barge into the room that the sound's coming from.
The door opens immediately. It's not locked. This
Okay.
small room is awash in the glow of thousands of fireflies. The luminescent insects flit around inside more than a dozen glass terrariums that fill the shelves. Along the walls, a steady clinking noise results from their bouncing off of the glass. Shallow wooden boxes are packed on the lowest shelves. Everyone give me a perception check.
Ooh, not 20. So 19.
You
That's-
immediately scope on the ground, scratched into the wooden floorboards, in caps letters, finish the rhyme.
I also rolled a nat 20.
Gotcha. Both of you see that there is a small mismatch of the stones that are on floor level, adjacent to the wall that has the shelves on them. And you think that these stones can be moved, and there may be something behind them.
I got a non-natural 21.
You all fucking totally scope it.
Let's roll the night. We all saw it.
So
Are
you said
gonna
it's
open-
stones?
Yeah, you're gonna open the stones.
Do we see any buttons or anything anywhere to open it, or does it look like it's a manual pull?
They're just loose stones.
Okay. Does it look trapped or anything?
Give me a, I guess, investigation check.
Sure. Investigation.
I would like to
Is
help
what
with that because I'm good at that.
Yeah. That would be awesome because the first one was a natural 1. Oh no, it was a 7.
For sure.
No, the first one was a 7 plus 6 for a 13. The second one I rolled was also a 13.
Amazing.
The ones look like 7s on these digital dice.
You it is just loose stones. There's not enough of a mechanism to really trap it. So
Okay.
you're just
Okay. I mean, I take my dagger and I shove it under and flip it over and see what's underneath the stones.
you pull them out from the wall, and you can see that they've concealed a compartment down here. The nook is 5 feet across and 5 feet deep, and you can see a lot of bones, potentially enough to make up 2 humanoid bodies. One of the skulls has a hole through the back of it, and this is the skull that is jaw is clacking, singing the song.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, Shemshine. What are
Is
you
that
doing?
Shimshine, you think?
Um,
Well, we should stop him from speaking, right? He's gonna aim his bow. What do you guys think?
I think it's a
Sounds like-
little bit more difficult than that, no?
I mean, he's the one singing. Best
We
way
can
to stop
sock him
someone
upside
from
the
talking
head.
is to- What do you think?
I'm all for it.
All right. Do what you want. I'm going
What
to
do you
scoot back.
you gonna attack it?
Oh, I hate that question. Yeah.
Roll an attack.
Guys, if I die,
Shemshine.
it was nice
Cool.
knowing you, and make sure John plays me when he does me in the movie.
It would be my honor.
Okay. All right. Like even if I hit, it's probably not going to be a good thing. So, yeah. I think it's going to be that's a 13 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh no. I don't want I kind of wish you would have missed. Would this be considered a sneak attack because I have advantage on the roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
It's an inanimate skull. The only thing that's animate about it is the jaw that's clacking along singing this song.
That's 12 points of damage to the stall.
You shoot an arrow into this skull, perhaps in a little bit of panic, and the skull shatters to powder, and immediately the song stops.
Oh,
You all are
see?
still humming though, under your breath. Like the tune is still in you, but the song was coming from the skull. Varnier kneels down beside the bones, and she goes, "These have been here a long time, a very long time, by the looks of them."
These bones
This-
have been here a long time. Shime. No,
This-
nothing. No.
She goes, "What was his name?"
I mean, you made it pretty clear it was Shimshine. Like, in the song, Shimshine.
She just looks at you and is like, "No, I'm sorry. I think this is the man that brought the book here. I think his name was Yowen. He was the bookseller I told you about earlier. It's been 600 years, but I can't imagine who else this would be." She stands up and looks at you and goes, "Things seem to be coming to a head. We need to find that book as soon as possible."
Well, let's ask Galby.
Do you know what the book looks like? Can you describe it?
It is rather singular. It's not a book so much as a music box. Uh,
Music box.
it opens in two halves. The spine, which was what I was repairing, is a mechanical pin music box. I didn't play the song. It wasn't working. But it's either way, it's large and square. It's not, rectangular like a standard format book would be.
I think Perlock probably brings up like minor illusion of like a book and tries to like sort of like a police sketch artist try to change like the different pieces that she describes to kind of make it more accurate to what it looks like. Can I do that?
Yeah. Chris, go ahead and put up that picture of the book I sent you. Yeah.
Oh.
That is essentially what you come up with. You can see, she goes, "That's more or less it, actually." And you kind of have summoned this illusory version of the book in front of you. And you can see the metal part of the spine is actually the music box.
So there's no pages. It's just a music box. Are there pages in the book?
There are, and then she thinks back and she goes, "It pops up."
Oh, like one of them pop-up books, like
Yeah,
a greeting
so-
card.
I'm unfamiliar.
Really? Really? You're unfamiliar with pop-up books? That doesn't fit
Mechanical
into your
wonder,
thinking
really.
world.
It's a very interesting piece of art, for sure.
So let me get this straight. You have thousands of books in this library, and not one of them are a pop-up book.
Except for this one. This one book.
Honestly,
And it does music.
you know what? I didn't think about it until you said it. That's fucking weird, right? There's no pop-up books here. Very strange. That's the real mystery.
That's a clue. I found a clue. I
That's
found a
real
clue, guys.
Good job, John. You're gonna make a great detective.
Crack the case. And then she rolls her eyes directly at John.
Money, please.
Sorry. You all look as you're debating this, you hear a commotion outside, and you can see. I mean, you go and follow the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Cthulhu stomping up the spiral stairs, and she's heading towards the ladder. And Edinburgh is screaming at her from ground level where you are at the bottom of the stacks. And he goes, "You can't leave. Arnir says none of us can leave." And Cthulhu goes, "I'll leave when I goddamn want. This is a prison. We're stuck here against our will. I didn't sign up for this." And she starts climbing the ladder.
Whoa, Tula, baby, it's cool. Just look. It's important. I mean, like, look at how fast this thing spread, all right? Don't be. You're doing it for other people, not for yourself. You gotta wear a mask. Tula. It's important.
She climbs the ladder, and you can hear her banging on the hatch. She goes, "Let me out! Let me out of here!"
Damn it. I cast Charm Person. I didn't want to use my spell.
Do I have to make a save?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Sorry, let me find it.
Cthulhu would be an anti-vaxxer.
Right. You know, not all tabaxi are like that, but you know.
Hashtag not all tabaxi.
I think that she loves sitting in a box that she found. She's a cat.
Right. That'd be the dream job for any cat. Yeah, so you need to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
It's a low DC though. They got a low DC, so.
Very good. She got an 8.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it succeeds.
Cthulhu, you can hear her slowly stop banging on the hatch and slowly come down the ladder, and she comes to the balcony railing and she looks down at Perlock.
Look, man, I mean, miss, it's I know it's stressful, but we all just need to relax a little, guy. Just relax, okay? You know, so just go back to your office, get some work done, read a book, drink some more of that awesome wine you got, and we will have this fixed in no time. Like an hour, 2 tops. You know, just chill. Cool?
She looks at you and you can see tears well up a little bit in her eyes, and she nods like twice, like real curt nods, and you see one of her fangs comes and kind of like bites her lower lip, and she sloughs off, not sloughs, she shuffles off to, oh my god, she shuffles off to a one of the armchairs in the nooks along the balcony, and she just sits down really quick into it, and her ears go flat on top of her head, and she just kind of like cradles her head in her hands, and doesn't really make another noise from there. Is like very like overcome by this whole experience.
But we're all still humming, right?
Yeah, and she is as well.
Okay.
She's humming, she's biting her lip.
Woof. That was rough.
Somebody else roll me a d6.
Pete,
I did it last time. So.
If you get a 6, re-roll it.
You can go ahead, Chris, and do that.
That is a 5.
All right. Roll a d4 for me now.
Okay. That is 2.
Okay. Jesus Christ. John, give me a intelligence saving throw.
Oh my god, alright. Oh, thank goodness. It's a 13. I said thank goodness because last time I rolled like a 3 or something, so I was worried.
At the same kind of spot in your head
Mm-hmm.
as you felt the pressure before, you feel it again. Take 9 psychic damage,
Oh my
9
god.
this time. Okay.
and you fall again, fully like you kind of go, and you fall flat on your ass, and are immediately asleep.
Wow.
John is sitting in a small room. It's kind of there's like a domed ceiling. You can see there's a couple windows. Beyond the windows, you don't really notice what's out there. You can kind of see like a miasma of indigo energy. There's a small fold-out table, and you're sitting in a nook at the table, and you see a bunch of papers spread out across the table. They are spiral bound, um, and you can see on the kitchen counter across from you that there is a large bottle of dwarven whiskey that is halfway empty, with just one cup that is and you're just going, I, I, I can't get it. No matter how much I practice, I can't get these lines down. You got to get it together, John. You got to get it together. This is your career. This is your chance. This is your big shot.
I just gotta get my shot.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
Oh my god.
Hamilton runs through your head. It's now that song.
You see, there's a knock at the door, and a human man, sort of darker complected. He's got a goatee and a ponytail, and he's wearing pantaloons and a blue coat. And he says, "Listen, John, I think you're a nice guy. You're just really not cut out for Thomas Jefferson. And we're gonna have to pass on you. I'm so sorry. We have a much better candidate for the role. I'm so sorry. Would you like a reference letter?"
Yeah, that'd be great if you could do that.
He looks at you for a second. He nods, and he writes a quick note, and he goes, "John's a good actor, good guy, not a great tap dancer." And then it's signed Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Recommendation.
And you wake up. Your worst nightmare, the time that you didn't get Hamilton.
I've been studying tap dance so much since that day.
Oh my god.
John wakes up. Dick has splashed some water from a wash basin onto him, and John wakes up, and you go, and you realize that you had been having a nightmare, but you're okay now. You have taken a lot of damage, though.
Yeah.
Man, like not like physically, but like psychologically, like like trauma shit. Right?
Like I said, I do all my own stunts. I'll be okay.
Prologue, just like
I love that canonically we've established that Hamilton and Lin-Manuel Miranda both exist in Faerun.
Absolutely.
oh yeah, and movies.
And Pokemon.
Movies. And Pokemon.
And, well, I kind of think we established that movies don't exist. Or at least I tried to.
They're
Pokemon-
called motion pictures.
It's called the talkies.
The air around you feels thick as John stands up. And you can see the temperature in the room, like the ambient temperature, drops to the point where you notice that you can see your breath. Everybody's still humming. The air presses in on you from all sides, prickling your nerves. Your muscles twitch as though something is yanking on them with invisible springs. You look to the stairwell that leads down, and standing there, um, uh, blood splashed across her face. Um, um, Stands Galeby. Um, she's holding a large uh, tome that you all recognize now uh, as Shemshime's. There's blood along one edge of it, and she's shaking with wide eyes, holding this book. And she goes, "I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do it."
Oh, it's okay, kid. It's okay. Bring it here. Bring it here.
No, no,
She
no,
kind
no,
of takes an
no,
unsteady
no, no.
step, and she, "I don't know if I did or if she did or
Uh,
whatever."
Okay. Don't bring the book here. Can I summon Mage Hand and grab the book with my spectral hand?
Absolutely. You cast Mage Hand, and you can see the book rise in her arm with it. She's still holding one corner of the book, and she holds it tight for a fraction of a second, and then lets it go, and her arm falls to her side again, and she kind of falls to her knees and starts sobbing. And Edbert runs over to her as well and like grabs her and like pulls her up in a hug. He's like, "Oh my god, baby, what happened?"
Is this the book? Is it the Shemshine book?
It is, and in fact, you open it now. I'm gonna send you, Chris. I'm gonna send you what the book looks like open.
Whoa! I didn't open it. I didn't open the book. No one said open the book.
Well, I mean, do you want to open the book?
No. Fuck no! I don't want to open the fucking stinging book that's like caused like blood to be everywhere. No.
Well, the blood is clearly from someone got beat over the head with the book. The blood's not coming from the book.
I'm gonna put the book on the ground and I'm going to cast I'm gonna cast Identify on the book.
Okay. You can see two things visually before you do this. The blood is on the opposite corner from where the music box part is. It's like a leading edge corner of the book, not a spine side corner. And separately, there is a big dent in the music box portion, which is presumably what Varnier was intending to repair. You cast Identify. What does that do for you?
Identify. Hold on. Let me pull it up. So.
I'll be right back. You got this.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Sorry, my thing froze out. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna open it up on my my reader. Come on, reload. Yeah. So one of the things it does is definitely like the school of magic that it's from.
Okay.
Let me see. There it is. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell, which I can with my my mage hand. If it is a magic item, or because I can cast magic through my mage hand. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. So yeah.
Also, give me a perception check as well.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I learned all the shit about the book. I want to learn all about. Give me that book knowledge.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, you stupid piece of shit. All right. D&D Beyond does not like mark their characters like their apps like much different from the other ones. So it's like DDB Reader and like D&D Beyond. I'm like, which one is which all the time? Perception, you said?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's a 20. Just unnatural.
First off, here is what you perceive about the book. It is, you know, that it is at least 600 years old because that's when it arrived at Candlekeep.
Okay.
It looks very well kept up, except for the damage to the spine, to the music box. You can tell, even with it closed, that it is of like beautiful construction, and it is kind of a singular piece of art, even closed. What you sense from identifying is that something is part of the book. You don't believe that the book itself is a magic item, but it is in some way under the influence of something magical. School of Magic, I honestly I don't know. To be fair, but it's definitely.
Like, how do you use the book? Is there any knowledge about that with Identify, or?
I mean, you'd have to open it to find out. You know that there's a music box portion.
Okay. I set the book on the ground with Mage Hand, and I back up and I go, well, we could open it or destroy it.
But here's basically what you know. The book is not magical, but something magical is influencing the book. It's a fine line. It's a different thing.
Is there a way? Can I use either Arcana or like sleight of hand or something to see if I can open it without setting off magic?
I would say that Mage Hand, which Perlock has already cast, it would be more than up to the task.
Okay.
I do add my proficiency when I use Mage Hand because I'm an arcane trickster.
Cool.
But do you want to try it?
No, you got it.
Okay.
Go ahead and post the picture up on the stream if you. Don't
Yeah,
mind.
totally. Of the
The opened book. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Try not
You
to
set
trigger
the
any
book down on the large table, in the center of the stacks, and it's opened with Mage Hand, and this is what you see clearly: depictions of the parts of the song that you recognize, very similar, obviously, as well to the drawings that. Galeby did as well, except there's a fourth figure that doesn't seem to have been part of the song that you know, and it wasn't depicted by Galeby as well. I will remind you that you found a message that said "finish the rhyme," carved into the floorboards of the room where you found the singing skull. Oh, and while you all are doing this, you can kind of overhear Galeby sort of intimate to her dad, Edber, that Crinkle is the one who has been injured by Galeby or somehow. But something happened between the two of them.
So
Really
where? So I'm sorry. Is this picture specifically from like Candlekeep and everything, or is this separate? Is this something you found online?
This is from the book.
Okay. So, and we can all look at this and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know that Varner is here. She comes up and goes, "Remember, I was repairing the spine," and she indicates the music box portion. And then she goes, "May I?" And she presses the button that begins the. She like cranks up the music box, and it goes, and you hear a sort of like like old school music boxes where it's kind of just like clink 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 clink, like it's like a rotating
Yeah.
cylinder that has pins on it. That is the kind of rendition you hear of the uh, song, and um, you can tell that as it goes, um, it gets to the last bit that you heard before, um, and then it uh, skips very audibly, like there's gonna be more to it, and then it goes back to the beginning and starts over. And it plays that way a couple times as you listen. Um, Obviously, the words are represented here as well in the plinking, sort of a kind of like monophone, like, you know what I'm saying, like a old style.
Yeah,
Sort
like
of,
at the beginning of Donkey Kong Country 3 where it's on the wheel and it's
yeah.
Dixie Kong and that fat baby Kong and yeah.
Uh-huh. So if you all want to, if you want to try and fix it, we can do that.
So
That's on 64, right? Donkey Kong 64.
no, that was Donkey Kong Country 3, I think. Maybe it was 2.
Okay.
Maybe it was 1. I don't know. Either way, so I do have a question. And I kind of look at the other two and I say, do you guys notice something different about these ghosts in this picture?
No.
They're all smiling and then they're not in the last one in the bottom right.
Oh, that's a good observation.
And the girl is happy and it looks like Ghibli or whatever.
Well,
Or it's just a girl.
it is a little girl. It
Okay.
doesn't look like somebody,
yeah, that's a good
You
point.
remember the book is 600 years old. So, yeah.
Well,
You wanna try and
I don't know what
fix
the. Pardon?
it? You want to try and fix it?
Yeah, we can fix it. That's fine.
Yeah, we could try to fix it.
I mean, was there something else you were going to do?
Well, I mean, we should probably also check on. We should probably check on what's her face. The
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
And Crinkle.
Crinkle.
We can do
Yeah.
that as well if you'd like. Whichever way you want to do.
Good with whatever. I've been talking a lot. My throat's starting to hurt.
I feel like I've been talking too, so Peter, you're up.
All right. Let's go check on Crinkle. I don't want Crinkle to be hurt or anything.
Well,
You
I mean,
are-
I have how far away are we from Crinkle's room?
It's downstairs. It's like all the way downstairs, like at the end of the hall.
Okay. I go, well, 1 second, and I snap my fingers and call my mouse back.
The mouse comes back and goes, "Blood everywhere!"
Yep, that tracks. So, like dead? Are they dead?
The mouse is like visibly distraught and like takes a little handkerchief out of his breast. He's wearing a coat. Takes a little handkerchief out of his breast pocket and he bats like sweat off of his brow and goes, "I don't even know if mouse is sweat." And then he says, "Little girl just went crazy and I don't know if he's dead or alive."
Can
What?
we?
Bro, I when you guys watch me talking to the mouse, it's just me going squeak, 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 squeak,
And then the mouse is
squeak,
like, "Beep, beep, 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 beep."
squeak, squeak. Oh man, she's super fucked up. We should
Oh.
probably head over there.
Amber,
Wait, she said it was the little girl.
what's
Right?
what's the name of your rat, Amber, or your mouse?
Watson.
Watson. Can it be a rat named Ratson?
Yes, it is a rat named Ratson. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a gift. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ratson gets it together and goes.
I brush off his little bowler hat and I stick it back on top and I go, "Get yourself together, man. Are you a man or a mouse? You're a rat."
I haven't seen such carnage since the war in Afghanistan.
Wait, so Afghanistan is canon in the Forgotten Realms now. Ah, yes, Afghanistan. I remember
was
well.
in the British war in Afghanistan, like in actual Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Huh.
I mean, that was hell. I remember it clearly. And you see like Pearl start getting like whistle and going, squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak.
He gets it together and he goes, I believe that the Kenko was still breathing, albeit quite shallowly.
All right. Anyone here a healer? He yells out.
Everybody goes, I read books. Like everybody down here is like, all I do is read books. And then Gelby goes, child.
I relay everything the mouse told me to the group about what happened, and I'm like, should we go? We should hurry, right?
Yeah, let's hurry. Let's go.
Varnir goes, you know what? You handle this, I'll handle that. And she rushes down the stairs to go and check.
Fair. Well, that's taken care of. Time to fix this book, right? Are we fixing it? Destroying it? I'm cool either way.
Let's fix it. Let's try to fix it.
Give me a dexterity check, please.
Dexterity, you got it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oof. Only a 7 from me.
Can I help him?
Yeah, for sure. Roll again.
Oh. Okay. Oh hell yeah, 20, not nat.
Nice.
You open up the music box. You take like the top plate off, and you can see that the brass cylinder inside that has the pegs on it was askew, and so it wasn't working properly. So you open it up and you make a few slight corrections to it, and it sits in and it clicks back into place. And you can see that it freely rotates again. Give me one more dexterity check.
Is that with help as well, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got your back.
Oh. The best I got was a 6. The other one was a nat 1.
You try to fix there's a couple pegs that have broken loose from the cylinder. And you try and fix them. One of them goes back in. Another one is kind of giving you trouble. But you've done the best you can. And you close it back up. One of the pegs is a little bit askew, but otherwise the cylinder now rotates smoother. And you hit play on the music box one more time, and you hear it goes back through the entire song again, and then you finally hear the last stanza. The words are, see a daughter grinding grain, wish the spirit's time was through, trap set for the shadow bane, her millstone killed it true. And you can see that this lines up with the last image of the book, and that is what's up with it.
I mean, does it continue playing?
I mean, as often as you crank it.
Are we all still humming after we fix it?
Yeah, you all are. Yeah. Give me a intelligence saving throw.
All of us?
Yes.
Mhm. Yes. 23.
18.
I got a 7.
Awesome. You
Oh no. Poor John. Every
John?
time.
John gets another headache, takes 14 more psychic damage.
14.
Yeah. Everybody else takes 7 as a shockwave shoots out from the book.
I think this is the first damage I've taken, right?
Yeah, 7 damage.
Still a rogue.
The book trembles and its mechanical inner workings squeal to a halt for a moment before whirring back to life. You hear clicks and shadows burst forth from the book like steam from a kettle, collecting along the ceiling until wisps of darkness outline a vague humanoid figure. Meanwhile, the scenes inside the book transform, creating an entirely new picture that includes tiny cutout figures of yourself. You see John falling from a stage into the orchestra pit. You see Perlock uh, 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 run down by a horse and buggy. You see,
That sucks.
you see Dick called back into service of his dragon overlord, and no longer able to pursue investigations on his own.
What about McGruff?
Chris, I just sent you a picture. This is what you see. If you'll put it up on the screen.
It's a shadow.
Yes.
That's a
Everybody,
shadow.
roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look, a combat.
Oh, look, fucking finally, right?
I'm so happy to enter combat with 3 HP.
Ooh.
Yes.
You've taken 30 from me. What am I supposed to do, man?
John is out of his element.
And you said we each took 7, right?
Yes.
Fuck. All right.
Okay.
I rolled so bad.
I did not.
I'm gonna get initiative around the board. Amber, what's yours?
7.
Okay.
High dex, but apparently I roll garbage when it's time to finally play a fight.
Pete, what's yours?
Unnatural 20.
Ooh.
Okay, nice. Okay, and then Chris.
19.
Nice. Okay.
We did not take a break. Like we didn't think to like. Well, me and you didn't take damage, but we didn't think to take a short rest or anything.
I
Nope.
don't think we had. I don't think we had the option to. I think we hit the
This
floor.
has been this has been over the course of like 2 hours, probably. And
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
this is all like real time, like 24.
Yeah.
Cool. Shemshime appears. Also, 3 other shadows of lesser degree flank him.
Nope, I don't like that at all.
And he goes, "You reap what you sow." First in the order is Pete. What do you do?
Okay, so the sheer amount of psychic damage that I've taken has rattled me to the core, and I fall into a rage.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna swing at this shadow. Is it like within range for me to swing at the shadow?
It is emanated from the book, which is on top of the big, like marble
Oh,
table
right.
in the stacks. You all are around the table. I would
Mhm.
say that you are. I mean, you're definitely within range. They're like 10 feet from.
I'm actually gonna swing at the book. I'm gonna swing at the book.
Cool.
I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and grab it up like with both my arms and be like, not anymore, Shemshime. And I'm gonna slam at the book.
Okay, yeah, wow. All right.
And that's a 22 to hit.
Let's see. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
5 points of damage.
You bring your staff down on the book. You see that you break off one of the pop-ups, and it kind of like spirals away from it. But the music is still coming from the music box, and you can see that you haven't done any like real lasting damage. Next in the order is Dick. What are you doing?
So I'm going to scoot back a bit and hide behind one of the stacks. But as I run, I'm going to... I don't know what the skill is called because I have the Rinky Dinky app on my phone. But you give your allies advantage until the end of your next turn against foes that can see you within 10 feet of you. Oh, never mind. I got to stay within 10 feet. Okay, so I'm going to stay there. You can give your allies advantage until the end of your next turn against foes that can see you within 10 feet of you as an action. Once per rest. So I'm going to do that.
What do you do, like, actually?
I go, hey, hit him hard for me.
Very good. Next in the order is the baddies. One of each of the shadows is going to go towards Perlock and towards John, and are going to reach out hands and sort of grab at you. And they're going to... Yeah, I don't know. 1 second. They are going to probably not hit. That's a 13 and a 18 to hit. The 18's on Perlock.
The 18's on me.
Yes.
It's an attack roll, right?
Yes.
Okay, I cast shield.
Cool. Okay, yeah, then that definitely was... What's that bring your AC to?
19.
Okay, then yeah, you are all good. The shade like flows towards you, and then reaches out to you, and you put up a light shield, and it kind of like shirks back away from you, and does not hit. The other one likewise swipes at John, who ducks under the swing, but you feel a wave of cold sort of like prickle the hairs at the back of your neck. Shemshine reaches a hand out to towards Dick, and that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I guess that hits.
Yeah. Take 15 psychic damage as your head starts to ache in the same way that John's did, and you cradle your temples as this happens.
Man, fuck a ranger.
Next in the order is Amber. Perlock.
That's me. I'm gonna go ahead. I have advantage, right?
Yes.
On, does it matter on who?
Anyone within range, which is basically everyone.
Okay. Do I have to be within 10 feet, or is it just you?
Just me.
Okay, then I'm going to back up as far as I can get. Oh wait, is there one? There's one in melee with me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still have shield on, so I'm gonna risk. I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity and back up as far as I can.
Okay. On second. 1 second.
Sure.
18 to hit again.
Miss.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because it's till the end of your next turn, right?
Yeah, it's until the end of my turn.
Okay, cool.
I think
Cool,
it's
so
for
that's
one
what
full
I'm-
round.
It's until the start of your next turn.
Oh right, yeah.
So
Until the start of my next turn.
I think this
Sorry.
actually would hit you then, I guess.
Okay. Well, no,
Yeah.
because yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah,
You
You're
use
right.
it as a reaction, and then your next turn was later.
you're
So-
right. All right. How much damage do I take?
It grabs you, and you can kind of feel the strength ebb from your body. You take 8 necrotic damage.
How much?
8 necrotic damage.
Christ.
And your strength is reduced by 4.
Wow.
Okay. That means oh my god, that's really bad. That puts me at a 4 strength, guys.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Perlock Perlock literally
Skeleton.
starts to waste away in front of your eyes. It's like skin and bones.
It's not that great. Oh fuck. He's gonna back up since he already took the attack. He's gonna back up as far as he can and try to. There's bookcases in here, right? I mean, it's
Yes.
a library. I'm
Yes.
gonna try and tuck behind one of the bookcases, and then I'm going to take
Are you making a ranged attack?
Yeah.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, that's history.
Hmm?
Sorry. Fat fingers. 16.
You remember the last line that you just heard? Seems to indicate that Shemshan doesn't like to be crushed. Because the girl in the rhyme did away with him by running him through a millstone. Give me a perception check now.
Yeah, sure. That's a 12.
Ooh, that's maybe not good enough. I will give you this. The book and Shemsheim are on a marble table. Above Shemsheim is suspended a giant book sculpture dangling from chains.
Okay, I'll try and knock
And
it down.
this is all like Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes, like when he's like fighting the dude, he's like measuring the angles and fucking like he's like in slow motion. Perlock withers from this shade's touch and is like and then it kind of like slows down and he's like and like analytical like all the math and then sees the suspended thing.
Okay, I take aim at the shimmy shoes, and then I'm like, oh, he's hard to see, and then I look up and I take aim at the chains to knock it down.
Nice.
I want to try.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Sweet. Okay, that's a short bow, so come on, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Oh, 13.
You loose an arrow, and it sails up and doesn't quite get to the rafters. It plinks off of the chain itself, and the arrow tumbles back down. Give me another perception check now that you're looking up there.
Okay.
And do we notice that they're looking up there at all?
I would say maybe. What's your like passive perception?
We would at least know that they loosed an arrow up there, right?
Yeah, you do know that for sure. You don't probably like have followed this line of logic.
Right.
Not good, man. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything from that, unfortunately. But yeah, you loose an arrow with the chains. The arrow clinks off of the chains. It doesn't really do anything. The next in order is top of the order with John. What are you doing?
Is there any way I could do like a perception check to see if like my attack on the book was like doing anything to like Shemshine, like if he was unhappy with that move?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have great perception, but maybe 14.
You noticed that it kind of hissed when you threatened the book.
Okay. Well, that's good enough for me then. I'm going to go ahead and attack with my quarterstaff on the book again, and I'm also gonna since I'm already in a rage frenzy attack with my bonus action as well, so I'll be doing 2 attacks on this thing.
Yeah.
Alright, roll 2 attack rolls.
Don't you already have 2 attacks at level 4, or is that level 5?
Yeah, I think it's level. I don't see it saying I have 2 attacks.
Okay. And then also, you have advantage. Would the book be considered an enemy?
I mean, it's an inanimate
Yeah.
object.
Okay, it's level 5 for extra attack. That's what it was.
I would say roll. Yeah, okay, you can have advantage. Roll 2 attacks with advantage on the book.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the first one's nat 20, so 24 total.
Nice.
Oh, but the second one is only a 10.
Second one doesn't hit, but the first one does. Roll damage.
Okay. And since it was a nat 20, what do I add something to it or?
Yeah, you roll your damage dice twice. You crit this book. Roll your damage dice twice, and then add your like bonus once.
Okay. So 16 then.
You bring your staff down in a fiery rage, and it shatters the music box. And Shemshime goes, and glares directly at you. Like he had just attacked Dick. Now he only is looking at John.
Can I use my movement to try to get behind something and away from that situation, or no?
Absolutely.
Is there anything I can hide behind?
There are concentric stacks. Chris, if you would put the middle floor map back up, that's where we are. There's concentric book stacks, like around, like bookshelves. I mean, that you can definitely move behind. The closest one is 10 feet away from you, and you can easily get behind it with your movement. If you
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll do that then.
You will though take an attack of opportunity if you.
Oh. In that case, I am not going to do that.
All good. Okay, then that is your turn, unless you have a bonus action. I'm not sure you do.
I already used it in the frenzy.
Okay, cool. Next in the order is Dick.
All right. So, is there any way that I noticed that he was screaming after the book was destroyed?
I think you don't even need to roll for it.
Okay.
It was loud and piercing.
Okay. Now, my question is, and I may have to roll a perception or insight or whatever, does it look as though he now has a solid form or anything like that? Or is he still...
No.
Okay.
Shemshime is unchanged. The book is destroyed, but nothing happened. And this would go back to what Perlock noticed about the book at all, is that the book's not magical.
Right.
But whatever was magical about the book was possessed entirely within Shemshime himself.
Okay.
If you could perceive anything, maybe Shemshime's homeless. Yeah. But nothing has happened to him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are we still humming?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So then I know what to do, but Dick would probably assume that he can attack Shemshine, so we're gonna go for it. And then what? Is everybody still within range of Shemshine?
Yes.
Okay. You have advantage versus
Oh,
creatures adjacent
Actually,
to an ally.
Perlock is not.
Perlock is not.
Perlock backed up.
But John is?
Yes.
Okay. You have advantage versus creatures adjacent to an ally. So, first roll was a 15 on the die. Second is a 19. 19? 19 on the die.
Both of those hit.
Okay. And it's my little sword, so it's 1d6 plus 5. 5 plus 5, so 10 piercing.
10 piercing damage total.
Total.
What are you using? What's your weapon?
It's a short sword.
You pull out your short sword and you do a, you do a quick little stitch.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else would have really felt that. And you can see that Shemsheim, while not fully unharmed by it, did not take everything that would have offered.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next in the order is Perlock. Or no, actually, no, it's them.
Yeah. Like I thought it was
Shades are, one of them is going to, so okay, we're going to double up on Dick. First one, the Shade's going to attack Dick and hit, holy shit, 4.
If it's more than one, I'm down.
Oh no.
So a Shade reaches out and reaches through Dick's chest, grabs his heart, and then Dick falls to the ground. He's still
Does he look dead, or does he look just like unconscious?
unconscious. I mean, he just died. He's gonna get that same thing. Shemsheim is going to cackle at this and not take an action. It's really feeling itself right now. And the other shade is going to move towards Perlock and attack. Let's see what's his movement. 40 feet. How far away did you back up, Amber?
My full movement, 30 feet. 30 feet.
Okay, so he actually can't really get to you this round. So the other shade is moving towards you, but that is their whole turn. Next in the order is Perlock.
Okay. I want to try something. I want to. How far away is the chandelier?
It's upstairs. It's, I would say, 20 feet up the stairs, and then you would have to climb the stairs and then climb a bookshelf, and that would get you to the same height as the.
Could I do some acrobatic shit to get up there if I use my feline agility?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, because my feline agility.
What does feline agility do for you?
It doubles my movement.
Okay. So yeah, you can definitely get up to where the sculpture is.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get up there. And I want to yell out, "How dare you squeeze my dick!" And then I want to knock down the book chandelier on top of Shimshim.
How much does Perlock weigh?
I don't remember this fucking name. You've said it like 50,000 times.
There was even a song.
Right. All I can think about is goddamn Tainted Love.
How much does Perlock weigh?
I mean, probably a lot less since he had his strength pulled from him, right? Or would that be Constitution? You did say he kind of withered away. So I'll leave that up to you, DM.
For a tabaxi, I feel like 120 pounds is pretty legit. They're big. You know what I'm saying? But they're lithe. Does that sound legit to you?
Yeah,
So we'll say
definitely.
that he lost maybe 5 pounds of muscle.
That's a lot for someone that,
So we're saying 115, right?
right?
Perlock dashes up the stairs and then climbs the bookcase and give me a acrobatics check or athletics, whatever.
I'm a rogue. Acrobatics, please.
Okay.
For the love of God. All right, here's the. Here we go, y'all. No, it's not Oops All Rogues. Sorry. He has to go Oops All Rogues. 18. Pretty good.
You dash and you run across the length of the top of the bookshelf, and then you take a long jump type 3 long strides, and then fully extend and land heavy on the statue. You hear above you in the um, in the beam that it's affixed to creaking, and then a snap, and then you're weightless. The statue falls, and you see Shimshime go, huh? And look straight up. He's standing directly under the statue.
I yell out, but guess what? I'm crushing it!
John and Perlock, give me dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
14.
Very good.
Don't you get advantage on that because you're raging?
Oh, is dexterity one of the things I get advantage
No,
on?
just
Yeah, I
it's
figured
called
it was
danger
just strength.
sense. Well, no, you have danger
Oh,
sense,
wait, no.
right? As a
It
barb.
says you get advantage on strength checks and saving throws. So since this is a saving throw, yeah, you're right.
no,
it's still.
it's a strength saving throw.
Oh.
I thought barbarians had danger sense too. Don't they?
It
Oh, I
doesn't matter.
do.
It
Oh,
has
yeah,
to
I do.
check.
Yeah, I do. You're right. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah. Just thought I'd help out just in case.
I've
Thank you
never
so
used
much.
danger sense, not even once.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
19 for me.
You are good. I'll give you a choice with a check that high. Do you spring free from it before it lands, or did you grab a chain before you fell?
I grab a chain.
Nice.
Well, how far high up is it?
40 feet.
No, I stay on the chain.
You're dangling one-handed from the chain as the
I take out my pipe, put it in my mouth, and then holding it in my mouth, I try and strike a match on my leather armor and puff on it while I'm hanging there.
You're having some trouble, but it looks very cool.
Awesome.
You're like, and you got it in your teeth, and you just, and then smoke rings come out. Meanwhile, below, John dives free, full extend, only a trained stuntman could do. He's been watching his friends on the
Hey, he
studio.
did say he does all his own stunts.
I do all my own stunts.
Full extend, full tuck and roll. He comes up, he whips his head back as debris shoots past him cinematically. Shemshime, a black wave shoots out as he is compressed below this thing. The marble table cracks and falls in the center. And the second that the dust settles, you all feel the ambient temperature down here rise 10 degrees. You can't breath anymore. Dick goes and comes to and stands up. And Edbur and Galeby, both of which are still here, saw this whole thing. Go. Oh,
Is this the
shit.
second? Is this the second week in a row where Chris's character has been knocked unconscious?
Yes.
Yep.
I know how to make them when I don't use what I'm used to.
Varnir, you can see you look across to the stairwell leading down, and you see Varnir bring Crinkle up the stairs, arm around her shoulder. Crinkle has a big bandage across her forehead. And Galeby runs over to her and says, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Crinkle. I'm so sorry." And Crinkle just puts a feathered hand on Galby's head and just
goes, "You."
You can see Cthulhu is up at the balcony railing as well, looking down, and is kind of just like completely taken aback by all of this because it's happened in. I mean, all of that was 12 seconds. You all like this happened very fast. And Varnir looks around, sees that the sort of weight has lifted off of everyone, and notices that no one's humming. She just extends a hand up towards the hatch, and you hear the locks disengage, and you feel the magical lock that she had placed melt away. And she goes, "Everyone get out of here right now." And she's fully just like fully deflated. "Everyone get out of here right now. I think we need a breath of fresh air."
Another case solved. I knew there was a mystery.
You're dangling from a chain. You're dangling from a chain. Another case solved.
By the way, can someone help me down?
I fly up and help them down.
Oh, you're an aristocrat.
Yeah.
The entire time I forgot you had wings.
Wow, amazing. I thought you were a human the whole time.
I was gonna go like try to fly up like next turn, but you figured it out before I could even have that opportunity.
Is Perlock like permanently like All Might Toshinori style, like super weak?
As of right now, yes. But you're in a very magical place, and it's very likely that the Avowed of Candlekeep can get you some sort of care to restore your strength. But that's a story for another day. I feel. Cthulhu is first out, and she's up the hatch in this flash. The rest of you follow her up, and you take a deep breath of the crisp mid-morning air in the courtyard outside the House of Rest, and just are very fucking thankful that you're not in that fucking cellar anymore.
Before I go upstairs, I like try and hold back the bird person for a second to like have a quick word, if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I hold back the bird person. I go, "Listen, you know, it's just you're a bird and you're delicious, and you smell really good. Could I just take a bite?"
Crinkle looks at you and goes, "Get out of my goddamn house!"
I show him my asshole and I leave.
And that is where we will end the session.
That's fantastic. That was great. Wow.
I hope you all had a good time. I've run this twice in 2 weeks, and I really, really think it's a great whittle.
It is. That's really good.
I was like, I have the Candlekeep Mysteries book, but I haven't read it yet, and I was like, I gotta wait till after the one shot, or even after we stop playing it to read it.
So I ran one last week, and the week before that, I ran the level 1 adventure.
Oh,
which
yeah?
was a little dungeon crawl
Mhm.
where you had to solve a little puzzle. It was cool. I again, not a lot of combat in that one either. I feel like there's probably more militant adventures in the book, but I haven't read those yet.
Mhm.
If you're familiar with, you've watched Dimension 20, right?
A
Yeah,
little bit,
yeah.
yeah.
You remember
we do it.
Amy Vorpal? She was basically Dark Arwen in Escape the Bloodkeep.
Oh yeah, yeah. Amy Vorpal.
Yeah, she wrote the level 9 adventure in this book, and that's the reason I got it.
Wow.
Oh, that makes sense. I love her, man. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's great, and her adventure apparently is like very cool. It's like a big tonal shift from the rest of the book, which is kind of deadly serious, and hers is apparently a little humorous and fun. So I'm looking forward to running that as well. But
Yeah.
anyway,
well, yeah.
How do you
Candlekeep
gotta
Mysteries
play?
is great. I fucking had a great time running it, and I hope you all had a good time playing it as well.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. That was fun.
So when are we meeting again?
Good question.
Yeah, because
Oh.
we got some. We all got some real life stuff, and we all know that shit comes first.
So,
So
this week, I think this may be the only day that we meet. Unless we can figure out something for Thursday. I know, Peter, you said that you're not going to be here Thursday, so maybe we'll rope somebody else in. But then this coming Monday, I am not here and Peter is not here. The 9th, I believe Nick is not here. The 16th,
Yeah,
I
9th,
believe Amber's not here.
Yeah.
So there's a few weeks. And I'm sorry, are you guys gone the whole week of your weeks?
me and V are gonna be gone for the whole week of like, I think like the 12th through like the 20th
Okay.
or 21st. So we'll be gone for a while because I mean, as long as like that Delta isn't, you know, doing its thing.
Yeah. And then Nick,
You know how it
you're,
goes.
are you gone your whole week?
I'm looking right now. I'm gonna be gone. Yeah, it will be the whole week. I think
Okay.
I'm coming back Saturday.
So, of course I said I don't mind if you guys do a session without me while I'm not here. That's fine with
Same.
me. So I can just I think there's a way that I can save all the things to the Streamlabs, so you guys can use it. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, so we'll. Oh, now you put on your camera and ruin all my camera stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure it out. For now, we're gonna say maybe a stream this week, maybe next week. We'll see. We'll find out. But thank you everybody for coming by and joining the stream. Even though I think mostly it was just us watching, that's okay.
We could do an NPC creation stream or something.
Yeah, thank everybody very much. I've never DM'd on stream before, so it was a little nerve wracking, and I'm glad it
You
went
did
well.
great.
With my
You
cat's
did.
butthole.
It was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
Fantastic job.
I
Fantastic job.
feel like it was, I think that there's a very clear story, and there's not a lot of like really like divergent stuff. But I will tell you that you guys were like very different than the other group.
Really?
In the way that you handled it, the sequence of things, who you mistrusted, who you trusted, like what things you did and didn't do. It was completely like the end was the same, obviously, because there's really only like one ending to it. But the way that you got there was completely different.
Nice. Nice.
That's what I love about D&D, man. You can take one adventure and it be completely different the next time you play it with a group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
it's
cool.
the
It was
best
cool
thing in the
running
world.
it week after week, right? Like, so it was very fresh in my mind.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Were the other two groups similar to each other?
Oh, it was just
Here's
us and one other, right?
Yeah, they had 2 more people, so there was 5 of them.
Who did they mistrust?
They didn't trust Crinkle.
I didn't trust Crinkle at all.
And
Well, I didn't
you all didn't really immediately mistrust Crinkle. They immediately were like, "Oh." But they didn't. They never spied on Crinkle. They never tried to get into her room or anything like that.
What was up with the goat with the crown?
What?
Nothing. It was just a red herring. That was all. It
Oh,
was.
I fucking hate red herrings. God damn
I
it.
love it. I love it.
They were really very concerned about Gilby, and were like really protective of her and like ran after her when shit was going wrong.
Chris, when you said yell at the girl.
Hey, you gotta yell at the child.
Oh.
I was like, my character's dumb as shit, so he's just gonna do it.
They also didn't get anything out of Gelby when they asked her about the drawings. She was she didn't say anything, and they were like they just gave her space, and so they had to find the ledger with Shemsham's bedtime rhyme, like in the bindery without any prompting, and they had to like notice that it wasn't there, and then that was what got them on the track. So they didn't destroy the skull either. You guys did. They didn't do it. Yeah, so there was a lot of differences. Oh, Cthulhu, I didn't even do the Cthulhu escape attempt because in their campaign, one of them has asked out one of the archmages of Candlekeep on a date. And so instead of that, I had that archmage come and be like, I can't leave you alone for a goddamn second, and like talk to the character.
So what would have happened if she would have escaped? She would have just like infected the whole castle or whatever?
There was a way that she could have escaped. None of you investigated the hatch, but someone with like solid magical skills could have gotten out. And there's nothing written for that. They're basically just like, hey, if somebody gets out of here, like there could be some real serious shit, and that's on you. Like that's in your yeah. They're like, that's your fucking problem if somebody gets out of here. But I would have let you escape if you had gone with Cthulhu and tried to escape. You could have probably.
Yeah. No, I wanted her to stay. Stay in quarantine, Karen.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I just think it's really interesting how different the playthrough was. Anyway, again, I really appreciate it and I had a great time.
Yeah,
thank you.
So 2 people won't be here next week, 2 people won't be here the week after, and then I won't be here the week after that.
Correct.
So are you, I mean, all you guys would need is like one other person to fill my spot when I'm not here.
Yeah.
You guys could probably do that.
Yeah. And you guys could fill
Yeah,
too.
we could probably do one-shot wonders. I will definitely not be able to do Star Wars, unfortunately.
Yeah, that sucks. So that's gonna be a late August thing. But
I could probably get somebody in here to do a one-shot.
But also, I mean, Dice Baby just doesn't have to be games. You guys can do like we did character creation. I know Amber said that a couple minutes ago. You could do like character creation. You could like talk about stuff like, oh, let's talk about how to fucking DM. You know, stuff like that. So
we could do a little round table. I'd be into that.
Yeah. So
we'll figure it out.
I'd be down to like stream some like career builds or painting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. After seeing what you can do with minis, I think that would be very cool to see on stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd like to like maybe like after a game like post like like one of those rush paint jobs with some like overvoice later talk about the actual like enemies that you fought and their backstory shit.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
And you could also, I mean, if you wanted to, you could record that on your own, and we could post it up on the YouTube that's now officially up, and I gotta upload all the videos too. But
oh yeah, dope.
It has,
absolutely.
It has 4 of our videos up so far, but yeah.
Is the Star Wars one up yet?
Star Wars is up. Yeah, Star Wars is up.
I've been wanting to rewatch that.
So
yeah.
I also have to rewatch it.
Oh, the Star Wars one? I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
I don't know. I have to rewatch it. We'll find out.
All right.
Well, that'll be it for tonight then. See you guys soon. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you again, Nick, for DMing for us tonight. Gives me a nice little break. Gives Amber a nice little break. Really appreciate it. And we'll see everybody soon. Later.
Bye.
Bye.